When I'm teaching Jiu Jitsu, you'll often hear me refer to an idea known as lazy man's Jiu Jitsu. I often refer to that idea of being able to play like you're lazy. Now, please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Good Jiu Jitsu done well, you are never lazy. You know what you're doing, you have a plan, your movements are purposeful, but I may be relaxed and efficient. Being relaxed and efficient, taking the path of least resistance, allowing your partner to do a lot more work. What I mean by that is, I want to put myself in a position of leverage, a position of strength where when I move, there's small, efficient movements. In effect, if my training partner's a bigger, stronger, more athletic person and they've got 20 units of energy and I've only got 12, the way I want to move and play that game is I want to play that in a way that when they're moving, they're using 3 or 4 units of energy for every 1 unit of energy I use. I'm making them do big, gross movements and have to fight athletically and use power and excuse me, and movement to be able to achieve what they're trying to do. And I want to be tight, efficient, neutral spine, good movement. This is why I call it lazy man's jiu-jitsu. To the outsider looking in, it looks like I'm being lazy and hardly moving, and they're running around like crazy, trying to force the effect that they want to get, trying to pass, trying to sweep, trying to scramble. And I'm doing minimal movements, and then when I feel them off balance, I'm just going to try and capitalize on it and get the sweep there. Or I'm getting partially into a passing position, and they're fighting to stop the pass, and I'm just riding the storm, waiting, and when they sort of start to die down a little bit, consolidate the pass. With submission, when I'm looking for a submission, I'm looking to establish control of that position. Again, shut off their escapes, control that position, maintain my position, control and fight their ability to escape, let them use a lot of energy, and get the finish last. It's not diving into that. It's the idea of when you see John Danaher teach leg locks, he teaches control and pinning base first before looking into getting the actual finish of the Ashigarami series. Dave Camarillo is the same thing when he teaches arm bars. Dave Camarillo's got an amazing arm bar. But when he's teaching you that standard arm lock position, what's different about the way he does it is he really focuses on that pinning position, being able to get to position, get control, and pin your partner from there and finish last. When I can pin you, can control you, I'm going to get the finish. So everything's purposeful. It's not lazy. It just looks that way from the outside in. And I jokingly refer to it saying, I'm lazy. I'm training recreationally now. I'm not training like a full-time competitive athlete. That doesn't mean that I'm not focused and know exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing things, when I'm doing things, looking for timing, looking for subtle movements that may not always be seen. But if you keep that in mind and think of lazy man's jiu-jitsu more along the lines of, I want you to work much, much harder than me. I want you to use more energy, get tired quicker, struggle and strain and do bigger, more dynamic movements while I'm just tight and efficient. And aside from wearing down their gas tank and starting to bring you to a similar level, as they get more tired, you stay effective and you stay strong and you start to find that tipping point where it starts to mean, okay, all of a sudden I'm able to execute technique a lot better. They're not able to defend, they're tired, they're a little bit late. But more than that, when you play what I call this lazy man jiu-jitsu approach, and again, I can't stress enough, it's not lazy. I just use that as a term so that people understand what I'm saying. And again, from the outside, it looks that way. But this idea of lazy man's jiu-jitsu, when you're efficient with your movement and protect your body really well, keep a neutral spine, really working to block that crossface and not let it happen, not giving up underhooks, not doing things where you have to do big dynamic scrambles too much, not only will you use less energy, you'll actually find you get injured a whole lot less because your body's in a much safer, compact position. Generally speaking, in sports and athletics, we're strong when our arms and legs are close to our body, we've got a neutral spine, we're in a good athletic posture. The more we start to stretch out and be open or get our spines and neck and head twisted, the weaker anatomically we become. From an athletic point of view, we're in a much weaker, more dangerous position, let alone having a big, strong partner smashing, putting pressure, trying to twist us, break us, and pass our guard or hold us down and monster us under control. So if you keep that idea in mind of, again, short, compact, efficient movements, protect yourself at all times, look for the smallest openings, look for where's their weight distribution, where's their base, can I test it, can I move it, can I move to the left, can I move to the right, can I move up, can I move down, are my hands free, if my hands are trapped, can I move my legs, can I move my hips? It's very, very hard for someone holding you down to entirely immobilize you. They may pin 4 on the floor, both shoulders, both hips, but I can engage my bridge, I can hips escape, I can start to use my hooks, I can use my hands, I can create movement and a sense of making them feel unstable and they don't have me under control through small, efficient movements. I'm almost getting like a seesawing or a rocking effect when they're trying to hold me down. And it doesn't always have to be a big bridge and hips escape there to escape. Like a lot of little things, these little bits, you know, it's almost a game of inches. These little improvements and incremental bits and pieces, they add up to a lot of success. And a lot of time I was like, oh, you got a lucky sweep, or oh, I made a mistake, that's why you passed me. And the reality is that's not the case at all. You knew what you were doing, you had a strategic objective. I just let you work harder than me and basically tire yourself out until you're like, ah, and then you accept my position, be it the sweep, the pin, the pass. So try and keep in mind that idea of being efficient. You know, Heron and Hannah do a great job of explaining efficiency and compact movements and things like that all the time, and using leverage and timing. I just want you to think along the same sort of lines. They do a great job. I look up to them. I've been out to train with both of them. I'm just trying to put another perspective on it, because sometimes when someone explains something to you, even though it makes total sense to half the people in the room, the other half of the room need the same concept or idea explained in a different way. We're all different. We all learn in a different way. And my job as a coach is to explain something to you in a way that you understand and you can apply. If I'm teaching and I'm unable to get through to you, explain it the way I do, well, it's my job to change my approach. Maybe you're a kinesthetic learner. Maybe you learn auditory, you listen. Maybe you're a visual learner. I've got to understand that I need to be able to explain and break down and demonstrate techniques in a variety of different ways, like a series of different ways of doing it, so that you go, ah, I get it, I can relate to that. And that's what this idea of lazy man jiu-jitsu, like I said, it sounds a little bit funny, a little bit of a play on words. By no means am I saying being lazy. Everything we do is purposeful, dynamic movement. I'm focused, I know what I'm doing, and I'm always trying to achieve the end goal. I hope you find this helpful and that you're able to apply it in your jiu-jitsu. And yeah, if there's anything you want me to answer further with questions and things like that, please feel free to drop me a line. I'm happy to help answer any questions that I can. Thank you.